Hello everyone, my name is EVOO and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. So glad to see you because today folks we are going to bake calamari Italian style. It is so easy to do and so tasty. Let's get started right now. So first things first, let's get our brine going. I have 1 cup of milk. I'm using 0% skim milk, but you could use 1%, 2% homo milk, any milk you like. You could even use almond milk, for example. And to that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, which is basically juice from a half a lemon. Mix that all together. Okay, and our brine is now ready. We're going to soak our calamari in here, folks, and this is going to make it tender and flavorful. Speaking of calamari, so I have here, if you can get them, look for the whole calamari. Whoops, I just lost the head of it here. So I have whole cleaned calamari here, which is great. It makes it easy. And the ones I actually picked out, I've got about 1 pound here, and I've bought the wild kind of calamari. And you take the tube, and I'm going to cut them in, about 1 inch wide rings. Very simple. 1 inch wide, and we're just going to put them in. And the head, I'm just going to clean the head. There we go, that's clean. We're going to put that in as well, put the tentacles in there. And I'm going to continue doing that. Yeah, anytime you can get wild caught calamari, they definitely taste better. Okay, so I'm going to continue cutting these up, and we're going to soak them for 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes in our brine. And we're down to our last one. So again, just, about 1 inch or so wide. And into our brine it goes. Now, if you're pushed for time, folks, 15 minutes is fine, but preferably half an hour. I'm going to put this in the fridge and let it sit for at least half hour. So our calamari has been resting patiently, and I'm going to now drain it. So yes, you're going to want to strain it really good, okay, and put it in a bowl. And what we're going to do, we're just going to pat it dry a little bit, just to remove some of that excess moisture. So now we're going to start to season it up, folks. Okay, so we're going to start with about 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, and then toss that together. Get that mixed around. Okay, now we're going to add the zest from 1 lemon. Okay, and there we have it. Look at that beautiful lemon zest. Of course, if you can use organic lemons, they're the best because you're using the zest. And always make sure you wash your lemons, of course. Okay, now that we've added our lemon zest, I have here 1.5 tablespoons of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. I have here about 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley. I've got the Italian flat leaf style parsley that I chopped up. And now is the time when you're going to season this with either salt to taste or a couple options. I'm going to use Red Lobster seasoning, or you could also use Old Bay seasoning. So whatever seasoning you prefer, add your seasoning to taste. I like that Red Lobster one because it's got a little bit of a bite to it. So once you've added those ingredients, we're just going to mix to incorporate. Toss everything up together nicely. Okay. And when you think you've mixed enough, yes, mix a little more. There we go. That's nice. Make sure all the seasoning is distributed nicely. Okay, so now to this, what I've got here is I went and got 10 cherry tomatoes that I've sliced up. So we're going to add 10 sliced cherry tomatoes. I have 1/4 cup of sliced green olives. We're going to add those. give another toss. Okay. And now I have here, folks, 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And again, now we're going to toss this up together, get those breadcrumbs, get the calamari all coated with the breadcrumb mixture. Things are starting to shape up, folks. They are starting to shape up. Get all that breadcrumb mixture in there. Oops, I lost one. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so I have a sheet pan here with some parchment paper. Basically, we're gonna put our calamari out on here and spread it out as evenly as you can. Okay, that way it cooks better. Alrighty, that looks pretty good. Nice. Okay, and of course the topping now, a drizzle of a little more extra virgin olive oil. Just drizzle on top. Let's make our way to the oven. So folks, today I'm going to use the little toaster oven. So in it goes, 400 degrees. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. However, it might not take that long. Here's the thing, folks. When you bake it, you want to bake it at 400 degrees, anywhere from 15 to 20, 25 minutes on the outside, depending on your oven. If you use a large oven, it's going to take a little longer. In the smaller oven, it's going to go quicker. So that's why I set the timer for 20, but I'm going to check it in 15 minutes just to be sure. So, and again, we're baking our calamari today. If you're interested in fried calamari, I did a video a while ago. I'll put a link in the description. But today, folks, it's all about baked calamari. So let's give a check in about 15 minutes, see how we're doing. So it's been 15 minutes. Let's take a peek. Oh, look at there, folks. I think we are good to go. I could give it, if you want a little crunchier, we could give it another, hey, you know what? We'll give it just one or two more minutes just to get it a little crunchier. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay, so let's turn our timer off. That's what I'm talking about right there, folks. Now, was it cooked after 15 minutes? It absolutely was. I just like that little bit of this, a little darker, and a little extra crunch. Oh my goodness, let's get this plated. Oh yes. That's what it's all about right here, folks. Oh yeah. Get that plated. Tomatoes and olives. Look at this, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, the taste test. Am I gonna love that? Okay, I know it's gonna be a little bit hot, but don't we got that plated up nicely? Just look at this dish, folks. Unbelievable. Let's take a calamari right here. This one looks, if I can get it on my fork, maybe this one. That's going to be the first one to go. Still steaming. Wow. Let's try one with a cherry tomato and some olive. Let's get the combo going, if I can. Cherry tomato. Wow. Tender. So tender and flavorful, folks. That little marinade that we did, that little soaking with that milk mixture, what a difference that makes. That's the key. And then the ingredients that we added, the tomato and the olive and the parm, olive oil, all those ingredients come together. This, folks, is absolutely delicious. You saw how easy it was to come together. It doesn't take a lot of time. And if you love calamari or you know someone who does, you have to give this baked calamari version a try. You do it once, it won't be your last time. I can assure you that. Wherever you're tuning in from, I want to thank you for spending time in the kitchen with me. And as you know, I love it when you tune in. I love it more when you make the recipe and you enjoy it. Makes me very happy. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, buon appetito. All I could say is wow. Dynamite. And when I add the tomato and olive,